Mythics are known for being the best fruits and block shoots. I mean, I guess not control, because that's pretty hard to use, and I guess leopard fell off, and I guess Dovey 1's pretty bad, and I guess gravity's pretty shit. Okay, maybe not all mythics are good, but they're at least talked about. Everyone's talking about gravity's bad, or is this fruit secretly good? The one fruit I see the least, and I find the least people care about, is definitely Shadow, and that's what I'm talking about today if you couldn't read the fucking title. Real quick, in my last video, well, not that one, well, in my last video I did some explanation and then gameplay, but in this video I'm just gonna merge them together. Enjoy the video, I guess. Shadow was added in nah, I'm just kidding. The first reason is just that it's not that interesting of a fruit. Look at the other mythics. A giant blue bubble, a little dragon. No, but this is like an actual reason. People really like the way fruits look and will use fruits depending on how they look, believe it or not. People just won't remember Shadow since it's pretty much just ghoul mixed with dark, and that's about it. It's just dark fruit with bats, bro. There's also not a lot of videos about this fruit on YouTube since it doesn't make as good of a thumbnail as like Kitsune Blue. And I actually have a way to fix that. Okay, here's a nice background of Second but I think it needs more colors, so okay, that should excite people. Now let's add Shadow Fruit, and I think we need Kid Gaming. That should excite everyone. Now we need to add those putrid green eyes that you see in every thumbnail for some reason. And Kid can get some too. Easy 5 million views. Shadow is actually the best fruit in the game. Holy fuck, I got off topic. Okay, on to the next thing. The second reason no one cares about it, it's just not overpowered. I'm not saying it's bad, it's definitely pretty good, but it's just not, like, it's not overpowered. A quick rundown. The Z move lets you dash forward and move around freely, and if you hit the opponent you do a bunch of slashes. The X move is a projectile, and then the projectile shoots a projectile as well that shoots bats, and it's actually a pretty good move. And then the C move is just a lunge forward attack. The F move is just a slow fly move that does a bit of damage. Then the V move is really good, but it's not overpowered. You unleash like a little shadow cloud and people get stuck in it, and it's pretty good. The V move has a really slow startup, and you need umbrage, which is actually a pretty interesting mechanic, but I'm going to explain why I think that this design is one of the best in block shoots later on in the video. But as these moves are, they're not the best in the game. You can't quite string every move into the other like Doe. It doesn't do a crazy amount of damage like Leopard. On its own, it's still a pretty good fruit. It's at least 7 out of 10. This probably sounds like a strange reason, but it's just not valuable. Normally I wouldn't talk about trading values, but it's kind of important for this part. But Shadow is pretty much worth the least out of any mythic, except for, you know, gravity obviously. When a high value fruit isn't actually worth what it says, people tend to not like it as much. When someone eats a fruit like Kitsune, it's usually to get, you know, easy bounty, but it's also because it's prestige. It's a nice high value fruit, you know. Most people tend to actually avoid common fruits because they think that they're bad, which, you know, isn't true, but people will turn their nose up at a fruit like Bomb or Smoke even though they're better than some other fruits. Fuck you, Sound Fruit. That's about it for the reasons that I have, but I want to talk about why I think this is Bloxroot's best designed fruit. I genuinely think this is the best designed mythic in the game. I don't mean like how it looks or anything. I mean like the way it functions, the mechanics. It's actually a pretty well designed fruit, which is rare for Bloxroots. In recent years, the mythics and Bloxroots have really sucked. Let's check the Bloxroots wiki and look at the T-Rex section. Okay, so if you hit someone, the further away you get from them, the more damage you do. That is the most stupid mechanic I've ever seen. So it's pretty much promoting people to hit someone and then run away. Wow, what a great mechanic. Let's look at Kitsune. Okay, you gain a tails meter. That's okay, ignoring how stupid fucking tails are. It's like you have to wait to get your full potential. Why? Why would you do that? Just make it so they either have one tail or 4 fucking tails. I don't see why you need this. This shit promotes Kitsune's running away and camping and waiting for their tails. Yeah, great mechanic. You see, umbrage does everything correct about a meter. The more umbrage you have, the better your V attack is, which is really nice, instead of just being like, oh, you can transform and you can be Ultra Shadow Man. You just get a nice sort of V move. And the best part is, it's still not overpowered. They didn't make it just an instant frame 1 death killing machine, bro. You have to try and hit the move. Anyway, that's not the entire thing about the umbrage meter. The good thing about it is the way you get umbrage. Instead of that weird design choice where the furry meter goes up passively, you have to actually hit the opponent to move up your umbrage. With a fruit like Venom, you just passively gain a furry meter, which kinda sucks because you can just, camp, wait for it all to just recharge, and then use your transformation. But Shadow promotes you to actively attack them, so that you can get a better V move. Enough glazing of the V move, the other moves are also pretty good. The Z move is sort of like that one revive move, if you remember that. It's nice because if you're about to attack someone and then they let down a soul guitar, you can just move backwards and not get hit. The X move is really nice, it's like a projectile version of the V move but much smaller. And even if you miss, there'll still be bats that come after them. The C and the F move are not very notable. The F move is very slow and it's not plausible for actual combat. And then the C move is just it's a lower range attack, and it's not as good as the other moves. That's why I think this is the best designed fruit in the game. And the devs should really aim to make their fruits more like this rather than, just making, oh, this is so overpowered, guys. Guys, look how cool this is. Like, the dragon rework, it's gonna be overpowered. Anyway, that's about it. See ya.